I feel something in the wind.
Oh, wait.
Something coming on.
Oh, it's coming from the southeast.
Oh, it feels so.
Oh, no.
I think I have to go do a dump. It's time for a Trump dump. Are you ready?
Why you say
All right. It's 3, 2, 1.
Well, it's been a busy week in Trump Dumplandia. Roger Stone, who never saw a conspiracy he didn't like, apparently is conspiring against himself to have his bail revoked and head over to the jailhouse. He just had his gag tightened. Well, gag order, that is. He posted a bad picture of the judge with a sharpshooter symbol just 10 days ago. He apologized, madre mio, sorry. But now we come to learn that he has to go back to court today and tell the court why he has a book being released next week about his case and the Mueller investigation. Hey, Roger, you better bring your toothbrush this time. You better work on that gag reflex, because the judge gonna get harsh on you. And Red Sparrow Marina Butina is still singing like a bird to the feds about her Beauty and the Beast partners in crime, the NRA buddies. She had her passport dropped off and ready to go back to Mother Russia. But USA says back to the Who Scout for another month for more cooperation. Speaking of Huskow, Paulie Walnut's Manafort is playing the Russian roulette with two judges. Two on how much jail could a woodchuck chuck if woodchuck could bite his way out of jail. Earlier than 20 years? Who knows? Paulie says, hey, but don't you prove no collusion. Help a felon out. Speaking of felons, it was a big week in the hot seat of congressional oversight hearings. Remember that? Congressional oversight looks like? I know, it's been so long. Well, Donald Trump's fix-a-flat attorney was on the road to Tarsus, and the scales fell off his eyes, and he saw the light. Not just the light of the federal penitentiary, but the light of truth. Michael testified for over 9 hours, and suffice it to say, he brought evidence that Donald and him bonded. Not in a sexual way, but in fraud. Even in the White House, the Trump still writes checks for his hush money payments. Michael Cohen admits he lied to Congress and anyone who he could please, El Presidente. He says Trump knowingly lied about Trump Moscow project and that the Trump speaks in mob code. No, it's not the Enigma code. It's the word salad of the President of the United States ordering his people to take certain criminal actions to evade and obstruct justice and the truth. Payoffs of multiple hookers, catch and release, and that wasn't the fish in the Hudson either. Tax fraud, insurance fraud, campaign finance fraud. But did he have something nice to say? He said, I don't believe the president would strike his wife in an elevator. Well, that's all we got on hookers and parolees. Woo-hoo!
That concludes this edition of the Trump Dump. He took a really long one this week. That was 4 minutes and some odd seconds.
It was exhilarating.
How do you feel?
He'll be back in a few minutes. We have the oxygen out for him.
You paced yourself a little more. I see.
He did.
Your cadence wasn't as fast, and you weren't as angry today.
It's the cold.
Well, how do you go with a guy who says, I'm ashamed because I know what Mr. Trump is. He's a racist. He's a con man. He's a cheat. Does he have anything else nice to say? He didn't beat his wife? Really?
In an elevator.
In an elevator.
Right. Anywhere else is fair game.
Wow.
Interesting choice of words.
Wow, that's just wonderful.
I read it all, so you don't have to. I mean, I've got copies of checks here. I've got copies of articles.
You don't know how much paper
sheets.
is on the floor
I've
at
got
this
a
moment.
net worth statement. I've got his testimony. I've got letters from the Trump Foundation.
Breathe.
You gonna make
Yeah, there's paper everywhere.